just like I do for your children, and then the absent people have to watch the video, or get to watch the video, I should say. That is available to your children every time they are absent, and seniors are absent a lot. We have Habitat right now happening. We all have retreats coming up. We have college visits all over the place. They're going to miss class. I am fine with that. I support all those activities. I want them to go participate in all those activities. But as the sign says over there, Precal stops for no one. So we're going to keep rocking and rolling, and your child needs to get on board with that. So if he misses class for a reason, that night he goes home and watches the video. It's just like being in class. You see kids at the board. You see me talking. You hear the questions the kids are asking. It is the class period. It's just like being there. I asked a favor of you. Oh, did I say, I'm Lisa Ford. Did I already say that? I'm sorry. I did. Okay, good. And this is my 35th year at Cathedral, and there's nothing more joyous to me than teaching the children that I taught, and there are a lot of them I have this year, and it's absolutely magnificent. This is a wonderful group of kids. My heart is in this class. I designed this class. I fought for this class because so many colleges now expect the kids to have a legitimate fourth-year math class. And we did not have a legitimate fourth-year math class for our college prep level students. This is pre-calculus. One of my students from last year's CP class tested out a finite over the summer and took a calculus class. This is the real deal. But there are some modifications in place for your kids. Here's how I modify it to help them be as successful as possible. But before I tell you what I do, I need to tell you what they need to do. They need to do their homework every day. We can't survive if we don't do that. I say all the time, I've got 4 children, they all graduated from Cathedral, they were all soccer players. I've been to so many soccer matches, I can't even begin to describe it. But I'm a horrible soccer player because you don't get good by watching. You only get good by doing. And math is just like that. So they are going to have to put the pencil to the paper, and if they do, they will be successful, reasonably successful anyway. So what kind of things are in place for them? Besides the daily videos, which they don't have to be absent to watch. So if I did something, but we're studying exponential functions, and I didn't get that, Mom, then go watch the video again. Let's watch the video and see if we can sort some things out. In addition, they get, for every unit, they get guided notes. Now, this is basically my lesson plan. These are the examples that I do in class. They don't have to worry about finding paper to write it on. They don't have to worry about getting the problems copied down. It's all right here. All they have to do is pay attention to what I'm doing and take notes right here on this paper. Every day we do a section or two, and when we're all done with the unit, this is excellent as a study guide, because my commitment, my promise to them is every question on the test, there will be nothing on the test that didn't come off this sheet. If it's not on this sheet, it's not going to be on the test. But it gets better than that. They will get, before our first test, which won't be next week, it'll be the week after, they will get 3 practice tests. And the practice tests are not complete with solutions, by the way. The practice test is formatted exactly like the real test. So whatever problem 1 is on the practice test will be problem 1 on the real test. So there's no surprises. There's no reason to be anxious. You know exactly what Mrs. Ford's going to ask you, and you know the order she's going to ask you it in. They can be completely comfortable when they walk in this room. They get 3 of these, 3 practice tests. And then they get the real test, which is formatted exactly like the 3 practice tests. And we go through these. So maybe Tuesday night's homework, practice test 1. We go over that on Wednesday. Wednesday night's homework, practice test 2. We go over it on Thursday. And so on, until we're done with the practice tests, and then we do the real thing. Honestly, most of these kids have already told me they don't like math, and they're no good at math. I don't tolerate either one of those statements very well. I love math, and I don't expect them to have my same enthusiasm for it, but I do expect them to be open-minded about it. hopefully be open-minded by giving them some confidence, because they can do more than they think they can do. And I am going to keep pushing them and expecting them. One said the other day, "Miss Ward, we can't do that, we're on the college prep." I would doubt, because it doesn't matter what level you're in. You're going to do this, you're going to meet the expectation, and so far, most of them are doing okay. We've had a bunch of little quizzes up to this point. On Monday, we have our first big quiz, which has 4 problems on it. And so they're gonna have to put the pieces together, and hopefully they'll do it. We got a practice quiz tomorrow we'll go over, but Monday we're gonna do this big quiz. I'm sorry, you paid a fortune to come to Cathedral, and I'm asking you to buy a book, an actual, like, real-life book. They need it. They're gonna use it every day. So if your child is yet to get a book, please try to get your hands on a book. We use it every single day. It looks like this. We use it every day. They have gotten in the habit, some of them, of just taking pictures of the problem sets so that they can go home and do their homework, and that will suffice. But if you took a college math class, you know that sometimes you have to read your book. Sometimes you have to actually be able to read the section and look at the examples and figure it out. That's my job. These kids are seniors. I need to get them ready for that. So I will say to them at times, I want you to read pages, 158, 159. And we're going to have a little quiz tomorrow to see if you read it. They got to have a book to do that. So please get them a book. All I can say is we're going to use it every day. They also need a graphing calculator. A TI 83 or 84 would be the best. I know they're expensive. They are available for rent in the library. So if a limited supply is available for rent in the library, so if you, or for checkout. If you want to check one out, right here's the lady that you see. They do require you still to renew them every day, and so you have to go in and renew it, but as long as you get it out, you can use the calculator. They gotta have a calculator that they know how to use. So if they borrow one from Johnny on Monday, and then borrow one from Billy on Tuesday, and Susie on Wednesday, they're never really getting in the groove of how their calculator works. And all of them have a little bit different keystrokes, not hugely different, but again, I'm trying to make these kids as comfortable as I can with a subject they've already told me they don't like. So I need them to be familiar with the equipment. So they need a calculator they can bring every. If your child, I've said this so many times already tonight, tell me if I'm repeating myself. If your child has something going on that's got him or her a little off his or her game, I would really appreciate knowing about it with a quick email. There's nothing worse than a girl putting her head down on the desk and me freaking out about it because I don't tolerate that disrespect. But then I find out that she's tired because she's up all night with Grandma at the hospital the night before. I need to know that kind of stuff just so I can be watchful of it and handle it accordingly. I'm still not going to tolerate heads down on the desk, but I won't rig out. I'll just put my hand on her shoulder or something, let her know, hey, let her go to the office if she needs to, whatever. So that would really help me. It would also help me if you would encourage your child to come see me before or after school if he or she is struggling. We also have something called Open Gym, which is an amazing gift to your kid. So if he or she would like to grab a friend and come to Open Gym Sundays 2 to 4, all the dates are posted on my website. We don't have Open Gym if there's a holiday, so like Labor Day weekend, we will not have Open Gym, but we have Open Gym pretty much every other Sunday. I encourage the kids to bring a friend because the kids outnumber the teachers, so I can't sit down one-on-one and work with you. But if you have a friend with you, you guys can work together until I can get back to you. If you don't have to bring a friend, there's no rules. Open Gym has no rules. Obviously, if you don't bring your book, pencil, and paper, there's not much we can do, so we do want them to at least come prepared that way. But it's a wonderful opportunity. I'm here before and after school, unless I'm in a meeting, and I'm at every Open Gym.
This ends 6th period. Please move to 7th period.
Thank you. If you have any questions, please email me. And Open Gym 2-4. Sunday. In room 4100. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, and we're, we're all everything's going to be fine. Okay, now, he needs, his
there
work
for
isn't
accounting.
I mean, his actual math isn't.
Okay.
I'm not
More than we
saying
know,
that
we're working on.
but I think he does need to make a little more
Okay.
You would let somebody know.
I absolutely would, you know that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know, Mrs. Smithers, how are you?
Hi. Hi. Will they be getting this package with that West?
No, this is their notes. What they're gonna get for Monday is it's only a quiz, and they're gonna have a practice quiz tomorrow.
You can study that then.
So we'll go through and we'll do the 4 problems, so we'll do those. But all those problem types are in here.
Okay, we'll get that.
You'll get that tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. I tell kids, the best part about math is you can do everything 100 different ways. So I'm not a stickler, and this isn't 3rd grade. I don't say you have to show every step. You have to show enough to keep you going. And it's not translating from what we do in class to the quizzes. For example, today, they had a quiz on completing a square. And we did that, and we studied it for a couple days, and then we did a practice problem right before we took the quiz. He's always collecting. That is never an issue. But then when it comes to doing it himself, I think he needs to practice more. And I'm perfectly okay with him coming in before school. I'll sit him up here at the board and say, complete the square for me. And then whatever he can't do, we'll do another one. But I think he might be a student that's gonna need just a little bit more extra. Just to keep him.
I know, he was one of those that said he didn't like math.
Oh, I know.
Okay, thanks.
You're Philip's mother.
Philip's mom, yeah, yep, so, here he is.
Here he is.
We weren't sure whether he should be here. We felt like he needed to be in a more challenging class.
Oh, okay.
But, at this point, the issue is being attentive, and in his algebra class last time, I just didn't see that he was engaging at the level that he needed to, and that jeopardized his grade. He ended up getting a D.
Oh, boy.
So that, regardless of ability, the point now is mastery, and
Yep.
he loves math, and I don't think that his class should be overly difficult.
Oh, no. No, especially if he came from academic, it shouldn't be overly difficult.
He started out in honors, but it's been a journey. But this should be very manageable for him. You shouldn't be seeing any gaps. But if there are, I guess it will show up in the quizzes.
Yeah, but I don't anticipate him having any gaps as long as he can stay focused and he does his work, he should be fine. He does chat.
Okay, so even that was a problem
But
in the other
it's not,
class.
I want the kids to be comfortable, and I encourage chatting about math. If you're helping your neighbor, that is awesome. I also don't mind an occasional joke or, comment between friends. I will let you know if it gets out of hand, because he'll find his butt out in the hallway if that happens.
Well, that should never happen.
But, yeah.
I'm not paying $14,000 a year for him to spend 1 second in the hallway. And he should be, given how helpful you're being in all of the information